So, oh my goodness, I am a whole almost minute late. Ah, late, you say? I didn't even know you were doing a TikTok live. Well, if you were on the Destination Decluttered email mailing list, you would know that I was doing a TikTok live, and here I am. I decided to kind of pop up. Here's the cool thing. The reason I am a smidge late is because I am decluttering some stuff from my collections, and I offered it to a group of people who are just so excited to get the stuff that I want. So I'm emailing back, and it's like, you get that, and you get that, and you get that. So I'm going to do that for just a smidge. And we go from there. Okay, so here we go. Let me just do this. Just send me your address for, what do you call that stuff? Postage? Yeah. We'll go from there. This has been so much fun. Can I just tell you how much I am having such a fun thing? Okay. So here's a really cool deal. I am taking my own advice, and I am kind of going through my collections and what I don't need or what I have duplicates of. I am helping connect my stuff up with people. And the fun thing is I must have hit it just right, because people are like, oh my God, I'd like that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what I did, and maybe take a tip from this, is I have a Flickr page for like another part of my life, little part of my business. Okay. And what I did was I just took pictures of the things that I was like, hey, if you want this, just give me postage. And the neat thing is many people are getting back to me. Okay. All right. I think I am good. And if not, I'm a human. So yay. So check it out, folks. If we haven't met before, hey, my name is Beth, Destination Decluttered. I've got like a weird corner in my hair here. I know this is a bad habit. I know it's probably not professional to be like saying, oh my God, look at my hair. I gotta have a haircut tomorrow. But I decided to pop up today to help you with your clutter. If you're decluttering today, if you're saying, oh, well, I didn't do anything on Saturday, so I'm doing Sunday, or maybe you just want some motivation for the week ahead, or maybe your life. Judy, how goes it with you? I am doing well. I am doing well. It was really fun. Yesterday, the weather was nice. And so I have actually been spending some time in our basement, doing these little kind of, what I like to say, dribs and drabs, just little bits and pieces. I've done a really good job of decluttering a lot of my stuff. And, but I probably, like you, had a pile of, oh, I need to take the next step. So, oh, this might be worth money, or like, do I want this? Does somebody I know might want this? And I'm telling you, I just started chunking down this whole thing. I didn't get overwhelmed. I can help you if you're overwhelmed. I did not get overwhelmed by this table of stuff. What I do is I chunked it down. I categorized it. I took all the stuff that I share with you on these TikTok lives as a decluttering life coach. I did these things myself. These are the things I teach my one-on-one clients. I'm always like one-on-one, like it's like 1, 2, 2 little dolls. Because I'm Gen X and that's how my brain works. But anyhow, I am really excited. So that's why I'm a little bit, and the weather's nice. But it's really fun to be making homes for some of these things that I've been having just hanging around. Seeing this table down my basement with far fewer things on it, and even the things that are on it I know are going to good homes. It's kind of fun. I want to just share with you that decluttering does not have to be the chore. It's like decluttering gets a bad reputation. Decluttering can be a lot of fun. Decluttering can make space for what you want, even if it's just less stuff to deal with. Decluttering can make you money. It can. I mean, literally, I have something that I found that I'm going to put in an auction, and we'll see how many, nickels we get. Shekels. What else? Decluttering, yeah, you can also, like, literally, I'm telling you, I decluttered something and I found, like, monies, and these, and I looked them up, and these little coins are worth more than their face value. Maybe not a lot, but something. So see, I don't know. Don't think here's the deal. Now, I'm a certified life coach, so I know this, but it's like, if you think it's going to be hard, it's going to be hard. If you think it's going to be a pain in the butt, it's going to be a pain in the butt. So much so that you may not do it, and then the stuff just gets worse. So just think of it. Say, how could I make this fun? Okay. Miracles and Money. Hey, thanks for the comment. I have been listening to your lives and been cleaning, tidying, and decluttering and more organized. Rock on. Okay. Notice that. One thing I will say is, so I'll be here for the next, now my hands smell like old money. I get old money as opposed to nouveau riche. I will be here for the next like 50 minutes or so to help you, and then I'm going to go out and enjoy my day. And that's another lesson too. Don't think you need to spend the entire day doing your decluttering. Make it fun. Life is like a road trip. Where's my little dot here? Okay, like here you are today. You're in a car, and you're ideally heading towards a life you want. Make today fun. Don't delay the joy and then say, oh, I'll do it later. I'll wait till I get there, and then I'll have fun. You never know what's going to happen. So if you have an opportunity to declutter today, even 20 minutes, even a half an hour, do it. But then also make sure you take breaks and you step out of the car and you stretch and you enjoy the view and you go outside. It's so much nicer outside than it is. It's warmer outside than it is in our house. Okay? I love it. Yes. So Miracles of Money, we get to do this. And I was talking about that on another TikTok live. Yeah, exactly. Coins clunk like solid silver instead of clinking. Yes, they sound different. They look different. They feel different. It's real fun stuff. So just notice that if you have just a bunch of stuff around your house that's just no longer doing it for you, you can do something about it. And when you do something about that stuff that's not doing it for you anymore, it makes your life look and feel and function better. Okay, there we go. As Carol is saying, decluttering for a bit. All our holiday decor, taking breaks to hold my new granddaughter. Oh my gosh, if that isn't a break to do what? I just don't know what. If we haven't met before too, I realize I kind of hit the ground running because I was so excited about all these people who want these things that I don't want anymore. What I want to say is, my name is Beth. I'm a decluttering life coach. I'm going to focus here lest I get distracted. I'm a decluttering life coach, and I call my coaching Destination Decluttered. I do that because I am a traveler. I am a road tripper. I have written books about road tripping. And when you treat your life like a road trip instead of a commute, when you're excited about where you want to go and you enjoy the drive, life just feels better. It looks and feels and functions better. Okay? Hey, there you go. Olga just says, I just threw away some receipts. Yay me. Every little bit helps. Notice what you have and ask yourself, why did I save this? And listen. Listen for the answer. Okay. Kelly with the dimples is trying to sell some of your clothes. I hope it's working for you. I have some clothes that I need to sell. I'm going to wait until the springtime though, because I'm in the East Coast of the United States. And oh my gosh, this past week, it's been 26 degrees, 76 degrees, 56 degrees, 46 degrees within the span of days. So I have some stuff that I'm going to sell, but I've decided I want to sell it when it feels right to me. Okay. Okay. Jenny is living in a 23-foot RV and every space is so full, you're overwhelmed. Okay. Motivation. Somebody set up thread too, and overwhelm. The two things I help people with pretty much every time I do a TikTok live, whether I'm writing an email to the Destination Decluttered email mailing list. I sent one out. If you're on the mailing list, I hope you got the email. If you didn't, let me know. If you're interested in signing up for my mailing list, destinationdecluttered.com/join. It's free. It's fun. There was a lot of good stuff in this week's email. And it's not necessarily every week. It's kind of like whenever I want to send one. But I had kind of an abundance of stuff I was so excited to share. So I sent a big email out. But I chunked it down so people wouldn't get overwhelmed. Okay. There we go. I gave away expensive items to the Goodwill yesterday. I need peace more than things. There you go, CK. Whatever works for you. Yes, I actually did something this morning when I got up, and with the clocks off, it's kind of wonky, but I did the research. I said I had a whole stack of things, and I was like, is this worth anything on the open market? And literally about 98% of the stuff that I had, when I looked it up, it wasn't worth my time. The money was not worth the time it would take to sell it. And that's when I decided to give it away. And I'm telling you, my other mailing list is blowing up because everybody's so excited about the stuff that I'm sharing with them. So don't forget about how good it can feel on your end and on the receiver's end when you connect up with somebody and just let something go. There we go. Decluttering my gift closet. Yeah, either I use it this holiday, I love this, Lori. I love that. That's so cool and nice to see you. I love that you are giving yourself kind of a deadline. Either I use it this holiday or it goes to donation/sale. What a great plan. What a good destination. You know, one of the reasons I'm doing some of this decluttering now and getting things out, I'm probably going to put some stuff on eBay and some of these things, is because I gave myself an external deadline of doing this before Thanksgiving. Because to me, once December hits, I've got a bunch of stuff going on. I've got some travel, and I want to make sure that if people want to give the things that I'm giving away or selling as gifts, that they have plenty of time to get it. I love it. Mama Kimbo says, call nursing homes. We donated many board games and books. There we go. Kelly with the dimple says, when I have fewer things, I notice I am more happy. That's why we're doing what we're doing, you guys. This is why I show up. I could give a rat's patootie what your home looks like. You know, I'm not about to come in and write you like a ticket, but I want you. I show up so you feel better in your home. I show up to help you with these strategies for overwhelm and for motivation. So here, enough about me just blabbity blabbing. What I want to offer is, if you're overwhelmed, and this isn't just about clutter, this is about pretty much anytime you feel, notice you feel overwhelmed. I bet if you feel overwhelmed, it feels kind of anxious, kind of, I was literally about to say overwhelming, okay? And what I want to say is it probably feels like it's just too much. Too much. Everything is too much. I'm overwhelmed. I'm over it. There's so much kind of above. I'm in over my head. Notice overwhelm is the space. Think about this. Overwhelm is from over your head to just right. When it's too much, you feel overwhelmed. And what I want to offer you is this nice little kind of just trick in your brain that you can remember. When you think overwhelmed, notice it has the word over in it. Over. Right? It says over. When you hear over, I want you to say the word down. And to decrease the overwhelm, to overcome the overwhelm, you want to do a few things. First of all, you want to slow down. You want to breathe down. You want to slow down and regulate. Notice your nervous system is activated when you are doing, when you are overwhelmed. So you want to slow it down. You want to breathe down into your lungs, even moving your body like I am, like this, even kind of petting your chest. If you get stressed out here, maybe you just, shoulders and back pockets, and just kind of, okay, calm down, slow down, breathe down. That can help you. Work with your body, not against it. When everybody's playing nice, inside this skin suit that you wear, things are so much easier. Another way, once you've done that for your body, then get your mind involved. If you're overwhelmed, I bet you have a bunch of thoughts spinning. Slow down that spin. Slow down. See what I said? Slow down that spin. Maybe twist it the other way. Maybe take your thoughts, dump them down onto paper, write them down. And then to write them down, you have to slow down to do it. Notice what I like to call all the downs. All these downs can help you so you don't, now you don't have an excuse to be overwhelmed, because I just gave you one of the main big, powerful, like the power tools in the Destination Declutter TikTok, like the tool kit that we create when I'm doing one-on-one coaching. There's a few tools we use over and over again. Overcoming the overwhelm, catching your unhelpful thoughts, and making a roadmap, breeze blocking your day and making a roadmap to your destination. Pretty easy. Yeah, decompress. There we go. D for down. Dark Riz. Okay, the shame monster takes over, says somebody. Notice this. Okay, here's another tool. Can you imagine this? This is the stuff people pay big bucks to. No, it's not big bucks. They pay bucks. It's affordable. My clients pay me to share these with them, but I will give these to you free so you can see if you can do it on your own. So if you're feeling shameful, what I want you to think of is, I want you to think of folding a piece of paper in half and making 2 columns. Since you're looking at me maybe on this screen, what I want you to envision on me and yourself is like a line going down the middle of your body. Like in self-help when they talk about feeling aligned, to me that's like when you're just right down the middle. You feel well balanced. You've got this, instead of 2 sides, it's all integrated. So when you feel shame, that's on one side, okay? That's an unhelpful feeling, an unhelpful thought, an unhelpful feeling. And notice you even say, shame takes over. When you feel shameful, you are going to not do what you want to do. You're going to do something else. Notice I'm kind of doing this thing with my hand. You might hang on to something. You may not do anything. You're not releasing something. You're not opening up and releasing things. So notice that you have an unhelpful thought, makes you feel unhelpful, and then you do something unhelpful. Head, heart, hand. But you have, on the other side of this wonderful aligned line, you can create a better thought that makes you feel better. And then when you feel better, you're going to do better. You're going to release the things that don't serve you. You're going to take action. You're going to move stuff. You're not just going to stay up in your head. You're going to take action. You're going to get some verbs in there, people. Okay? So let me scroll back here. What else do we have here? Throwaway packaging to bulking and takes up space. Yeah, seriously, I just was down our basement and I said to my husband, we have so many like boxes that we've saved from like things we've gotten in the mail because, you know, we want to reuse them. We don't just want to throw them away, but they're getting to be a bit much. So we have to pay attention to the things that we really think we're going to mail. And then we will break down a lot of those and put them in the, the recycle bin. Okay, so just notice that. Also, if you haven't met me before, my name is Beth, Destination Decluttered. If you are struggling with clutter, I do this a lot. This is a pop-up TikTok. The only people who knew that I was going to show up today, specifically at noon, are the people on the Destination Decluttered mailing list. But I also have some scheduled scheduled TikTok lives. And I just realized that I usually do a video and post it on the top of my page here on TikTok. So if you follow me, you'll find out. I haven't done that yet today. And as soon as I'm done here, it's such a beautiful day. My husband and I are like dropping and running and going to go out and play. We're like little kids. But I have some TikTok lives scheduled literally between now and the next 2 weeks. So if you can't do it on your own, you'd rather have a buddy, you like some of that, like my ADHD people, we talk about body doubling, mirroring. If you just want somebody to hang out with while you are decluttering, my TikTok lives are great for that. Also, if they just don't align with your timeline or your time zone, as I look at my map of the US, because I'm on the East Coast, so everything I do is East Coast time, and now, what is it, Eastern Standard Time, I guess? Because of the daylight savings thing, whatever, that my TikTok lives are recorded, and then when they are recorded and I can download them, I then upload them to Destination Decluttered on YouTube. So let's say you're decluttering and I'm not around, I'm going like living my life. You can listen to them just like a podcast. You don't need to look at it. You can listen to me chatting with you in the background while you are decluttering. Usually this works, I will say this. So another tool in the toolkit besides overwhelm and noticing your thoughts is thinking of the 3 layers of clutter: levels, surface, stored, and sentimental. When I'm chatting with you in the background, this is usually good for like, what do I want to say? Like surface clutter first. I always start with the surface clutter so you have a space to do the stored clutter. Stored clutter is the stuff that's behind doors and drawers, and you're going to need a space to spread it out so you can sort it before you store it. And you may need to you definitely should be paying attention then to what your brain is saying to you versus me. Okay, so just notice that. What else do we have here? I love it. I see some people celebrating their wins for decluttering. I always say give it a Liz Lemon, give them a Tina Fey high five. I love that because it's so true, especially like Jay Bennett is saying, I have ADHD, and you need to generate dopamine however you can to get yourself excited to do it. Okay, there we go. I don't clean because I'm cluttered. I have a buy-sell business. All my clutter is all new stuff. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Notice the difference between cleaning and cluttering. You got to declutter. I personally think you got to declutter before you clean. You can clean while you're decluttering, but when you're decluttered, it just makes cleaning easier. Okay. Oh, Lori, I'm so glad that you said that the exercise with the 2 sides makes a difference. It really is. It's like learning a new language. It's translating your unhelpful thoughts. It's almost like being on Duolingo and saying, how can I use the information in this unhelpful thought to create a better, more helpful thought that helps me do the things I want to do, but you use ingredients from that because the specifics that are in your unhelpful thoughts are the things that are really kind of jamming you up. And so when you use the ingredients of your unhelpful thoughts, but you flip it around to say, how could I make this better for me? That's really powerful. And it's a practice. It's like, as I said, it's like Duolingo, where you show up every day and you do a little bit at a time. There we go. All right, holographic honey, help please, lol. I'm literally standing in my house, overwhelmed. Where to start? Start anywhere, lady. Start. Just start. How about trash in the trash, recycles in the recycles, dishes in the dishwasher? How about knowing that there's a bunch of, like, if you know off the top of your head, there's stuff you don't want, put it in a box or a bag. Put it in a box, Jason. Put it in a box or a bag for donating. Here's the deal. I want to empower you. Sure, I know how to do I have some strategies that I share with you that I know work, but you are no dumb bunny. You know what to do with some of this stuff. Start with the stuff you know how to do. Get in touch with your inner, traffic signals in your inner traffic cop and say, is this thing something I want? No. If not, put it in a thing to donate or throw away. However, it's easy for you to get it out of your life. Okay? But just start. De-overwhelm yourself instead of feeling over all the downs. Breathe down, slow down, write down, calm down. And then when you feel better, you do better. And then just go start moving stuff around. Even for the next 40 minutes while I'm here doing this TikTok live, you do it. You're going to see a difference. You're going to feel a difference. It's going to feel better. Can you imagine just feeling better in 40 minutes? How about this? Let's all feel better in 40 minutes. I'm going to feel better because I did some decluttering today. I also took some time to do the good things in life. And also after I do this one, I'm going to go out and play because it's so beautiful out. All right. What else do we have? All right. German Maid says, I need to make a plan this week. My doggy soulmate, passed away last week and I've been in a funk. Hun. That sucks. Friends of ours, their Dodo, their Bubba, their little bub just passed last week too. That sucks. We have been through that ourselves. It isn't easy. Allow yourself the chance to grieve, but please pay attention. Everybody pay attention to when you're legit grieving and when you start to be wallowing in it. When you feel a little bit better, could you do a little bit better? Maybe decluttering could get your mind off of it. Don't declutter the dog stuff, but maybe do something else to get your mind away from that so you can focus on something else, okay? And then, making a plan this week. Yes, oh yes, oh yes. Making a plan. That's why breeze blocking. Those of you on the mailing list know that I talk about breeze blocking. I'm doing a free workshop. If you are on my email mailing list, destinationdecluttered.com/join. I think it's next Sunday. Yeah, pretty sure it's next Sunday. Free workshop about breeze blocking. What's breeze blocking, you might ask? I name it after one of my favorite building products. And also it's basically you get a cheapo 50-cent notebook at Staples. You sit down and you say, what do I want to do? What do I have to do on one side of the paper? And on the other side, you say, okay, well, here's my day. These are the hours. Where can I fit these little blocks in, but not overwhelm myself, not create a concrete wall of solidity? How can I let some breeze flow through? How can I, do some decluttering and then go for a walk? Okay? Notice that stuff. If you're interested in learning that process, get on the mailing list. You'll be invited to that. Also, if you can't make it, if you're like, oh, well, I would do that, but I'm not there, I record those and you get sent the links afterwards. But that's only for the people on the Destination Decluttered mailing list. Okay? And so German, maybe that will help you. Okay? And everybody, notice I even said when I talked about stopping being overwhelmed, dump your thoughts out of your head and onto paper. And I say paper, honestly, because I am Gen X. I am between two worlds, and you can type it down, sure, no big deal. But what I will also say is writing it down with your hand creates kind of a strong body connection. Also, it takes longer for you to write it down, so it also slows you down to write it down. And then slowing down kind of calms down your neural pathways, your nervous system, your backseat drivers. Okay? Notice that. Boop. Oh yeah, I just saw these things tend to bop up. I love this. I am blessed to have a cleaner 2 times a month, but I must be as easy as house as I declutter like mad. Hey, you know what? Judy, I will say this. Isn't it nice to feel like you're the easy peasy client and also know that you don't have to do the cleaning? I declutter like nobody's business, but I have paid people to do the dusting and things like that. It just depends on, the money. There we go. I love it. Mel B is saying, decluttering my kids' activity and art cabinet right now. Rocket. Snapback Hatchback says, I love to decorate but hate cleaning, so now I'm just saying decorating. Brain hack. Yes. There you go. And cleaning is different than organizing. And sometimes, you know what? I don't like to get too into it, but when I get my mind right on it, like I said to my husband, for example, we were in the living room And there's dust behind my snow dome collection. I'm like, yeah, I should probably do that, whatever. I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I will say this. COVID changed the way that we invited people over. We don't have people over as much. We still do, but I have changed my level of, like, I don't care as much if it's a little bit dusty. So maybe you do. Okay, Jay Bennett is saying, I clean 24/7 and it never looks better. It's crazy. Okay, maybe because you're cleaning and not decluttering. Maybe because you haven't reduced the amount of items you have in your home, or maybe you have, but you haven't merchandised them, as we would have said in the biz when I was at Pier 1 or Mikasa. You haven't displayed them or stored them fronted and faced and put them where it looks good. Notice there's different parts of this process. Okay? Yeah, what was it? Boomer9254 just said, hanging hangers backwards really helped me declutter my closets. Yes, saying to yourself, every time I wear something, I'm going to hang it backwards so I know I've already worn it and I can't, I'm going to, promise myself I'm not going to wear something I've worn again until I go through everything. Okay? Notice too, somebody said it's a brain hack. The way you talk to yourself in your brain is what gives you the results you have in your life. If you say you can't do it, you're not going to do it. If you say you can do it, you're going to do it. It can be as simple as that. All right, what else do we have? Okay, Marcia, Marcia, I am ADD, procrastinator, overwhelmed. Okay, how about this? How can you work with these habits? And I'm not saying ADD is a habit, but procrastinating is a habit. Feeling overwhelmed and choosing to let that give power over you, that's a habit. Notice you can change those things at any time. Okay, ADD, what I say about ADD, ADHD, all the D's, all the A's, find a way to work with your brain, with your body, with your natural proclivities to get the result you want. If your ADHD brain is not giving you the results you want, how can you play nice inside here? How can you set yourself up for success to play with your brain nicely so you all get along inside here, the driver, the co-pilot, and the backseat drivers, and get better habits? And I say better because they're the habits that you adopt to get yourself the destination that you want, where your home looks good to you, your home feels good to you, and your home functions well for you. And you feel good when you're in the home. Okay? Itty bitty teeny weeny says, getting so motivated. That's why I show up. I also show up. There we go. Let me see. I've got some people on the mailing lists. There we go. Okay. Got some good stuff going on. B-Room in 1997. I keep things I know I or someone will need later, like jars, bowls, and lids, for example. Okay. Notice when you keep those things, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. Notice the quantity of things you have. Like just a few moments ago, I talked about the fact that my husband and I have a bunch of, cardboard boxes and some packing stuff in the basement. Now, we may need some of that, but do we need all of it? So notice the quantities and quality, Notice that you don't need to, if you have too many of them, do you really need that many? Could you whittle it down? Okay, there we go. I love it. Tossing things I haven't and won't touch in a year. Good stuff. Suspending judgment. That is true. Judgment is over here. Being judgy is an unhelpful thought and feeling that causes you to not do what you want to do. Curiosity, love, kindness. That's on the other side right here. I live over here. And if I find myself over here, I say, I want to hop the fence and get over there, because it's so much nicer when you just show up, not being judgy. Love, curiosity. It opens the world to you. It does. The universe wants to play with people and give them opportunities, the people who are showing up saying how much they appreciate stuff, how they're not judgy to themselves or ever. Okay, so right now, Marsha Harlan 623 says, I get so angry with myself. Okay, notice that anger, write it down, get it out of you, write it down, and then say, okay, what can I do with this information to change it so I don't feel angry with myself and I do something about it? Notice that. Okay, what else do we have? I love it, doing it daily. There we go. I take 5 minutes to spray everything down and declutter, remove trash, come back and rinse. I love that you have a process that works for you. That's great. And I will say this, in case anybody has recognized that I tend to read the comments from people and then answer them, that's because when these are uploaded to the Destination Decluttered YouTube channel, this kind of scrolling ticker tape does not carry over. So I like to inform the people who are listening to these at their leisure of when of what I'm kind of referring to. Okay, there we go. What do you say? Caffeine was the key in my teens, early 20s. ADD. Oh, yep. There we go. I love it. You know what? Feel free. Here's a funny thing. I'm cool with, if we were in a real life room and you were chatting with each other, that might be annoying or disrespectful. But to me, I'm trying to talk to all of you, but I know that things are going by. So the fact that you're meeting people that you can chat with in here, I love that. I love that sense of community we have together every time a TikTok live comes. And it's never the same 100% group of people. There are some familiar names. There are familiar, hashtags. There are different things like that. But isn't it a cool little group of people? And we're all struggling with the same thing. We all want our lives to be something that feels good to us, that we love living in, that, we don't have stuff that's dragging us down. As I said, I'm a decluttering life coach, and I spent this morning down my basement, emailing people, taking pictures of stuff, creating a Flickr page. Even I have stuff I want to remove from my life. Maybe it was important to me at one point, and now I'm like, no, you know what? I can let it go. So I want to do that. And then the neat thing is I did that, I'm doing this, and then I go enjoy my life. It's a balance, and every day's balance is different. It's like 100% of your life is every day, but it could be 20, 40, whatever. I'm going to do the math wrong. Like 20, 40, 40, 20, like whatever. It's always different percentages of how much you work, how much you sleep, all of those things. But factor in the good things in your life every day. And if you have clutter, factor that in. Factor the decluttering under the good stuff you're doing for yourself. Because as people have set up Thread, and when I do TikTok lives, and when I do one-on-one coaching, it feels so much better when you're doing it, when you're done. Look at me. Look what I did. I did something for me. I feel lighter. I feel more calm. I feel in control. I feel kick-ass. Check me out. I showed up for myself. It looks good around here. I can find stuff. Maybe I've discovered some things. I literally had somebody the other day said they found like $400. They found gift cards, cool things like that. So notice that, okay? Alrighty, what else do we have here? I love it. Lily Rose just did donate 5 garbage bags full of clothes. I was so proud of myself. You should be, because that isn't easy and you did it. So good. Okay? I don't know how to work with all of those people in my head, says Di. Di, I will offer to you. This is what I found. I have 3 people. I've got 5 people in my family, and there's not one of them I swap. I'm about to sing, what do you call it? Sesame Street. But I will say this. I have 3 people in my head. I bet you do too. It can be as simple as 3 people. You've got yourself. You've got you. You're the driver. Instead of your head, imagine it in your car. You're the driver, and there's only one seat. There's only enough room for one person in the driver's seat. That is you. You are the one driving forward in your life, or maybe you're stuck, parked in the driveway. Or you think you want to go there, but you keep on meandering or going really slow or getting distracted. That's you. When you are not heading towards your destination, or you're stopped, or you're being slow and it's stop, start, meander, that's because there's another person. That's your backseat drivers. That's the voice in your head that discourages you, that's afraid, that says don't do it, that change is bad, that jams you up, that literally, like metaphorically, throws roadblocks in your way so you don't make it forward. However, this is the cool part that I didn't realize for decades, because I grew up in a very negative environment. As I'm pointing to my backseat drivers. There's another voice. There's another invisible passenger in your car, and that's your co-pilot. That is, I don't know, your soul. It could be God. It could be the universe. It's the voice inside you that once the backseat drivers, once you learn to quiet them down, finally, the little sidekick in the side, who's sitting there, who all they want to do is help you get where you want to go. It's like, okay, those kids are finally quieted down. Let me ask you, where do you want to go? And then you say, I don't know. It's like, well, I don't know. What would be fun? I want to go. I want to do this. Okay, cool. You told me that. I can help you get there. When I show up as a coach, I am your co-pilot. I am your sidekick on this road trip. So you're not alone, and I help you. I teach you how to quiet down the backseat drivers. And we don't do it in a mean way. We do it in a fun way. It's like little kids in the back seat that all they want to do, they would be happy if you just went through the McDonald's drive-thru eating chicken nuggets and fries for the rest of your life. But there's other stuff you want to do, and it's change, but it's not scary. I help you do that. So notice, you may have, quote, all those voices in your head, And honestly, your backseat drivers may have different masks on. They may be different little kids, and it may not even be your words. It may be the words of a parent or a teacher or somebody who is like, you can't do that. You're going to get in trouble. Notice that, but it's really only three. It's you, me, myself, and I, Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. There's three is a magic number. Come on, people. There's some there. Okay. 23 new messages. How can I be added to the mailing list? Ask Kay. Wicked easy. DestinationDecluttered.com. And then there's a page that says join. You just put your mailing list, email address in there. You promise you're not a robot, because I don't coach robots and I don't coach robotically. I treat you like a human. You treat me like a human. We work out. We find a time that works together. We be the most human we can, because that to me is the best way to make change. DestinationDecluttered.com/join. I do everybody, like, so if you were on I will send the one that I sent yesterday to everybody who's signing up today, and I will say, you're going to find out when my TikTok lives are for the next 2 weeks. You're going to find out more about what coaching is like, and to scheduling and things like that. Prices, there's some stuff about prices in there. What else did I put in there? Some good stuff about, just I always do a free group just for people on the mailing list, Zoom call. So that's coming up, not this week, but next week. You get the link for that. As I mentioned earlier, I'm doing a breeze blocking, a mapping out your day and mapping out your week kind of scheduling workshop that I'm doing next Sunday. That is only for the people on my mailing list, and that is on Zoom as well. So all sorts of free stuff, first dibs on everything. I'm big about the first dibs. I really hate it when I sign up for mailing lists and everything's this automated funnel and all that kind of stuff. I'm not there yet. I don't know if I want to be. The only automatic email you'll get from me is typically just the welcome email, because those are just mundane and they're all the same for everybody. With the habit tracker attached to it, you get a habit tracker when you sign up. Other than that, when you get an email from me, it is from me. Yesterday, I woke up in the morning. I was inspired. I wrote an email, didn't finish it. It was okay. I did a chunk. I saved it. I went out and did some stuff, came back, did another chunk, went out and did some stuff. Chunking it down is like one of the game changers. Okay? So notice that. All right, what else do we have? Somebody said, I love your advice. Thank you. I like helping people. Okay? I just got rid of old receipts and boxes. Great. Every little bit helps, people. A friend just took baby clothes and toys to a resale shop. She made $550. That is travel money, people. I love that. Okay. Marcia, I can usually start, but finishing, not so much. Coaching helps you with that. Finding out why you do it. What else do I have? I'm overwhelmed with my at-home creative business taking over my home. All right, notice you've allowed it to expand. You can bring it back in. You can wrangle that stuff. You can put boundaries around it. There we go. What else do we have? Somebody asked I have off times. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. What else do we have there? Just did my linen closet while listening to you in the past 30 minutes. Thank you. You're welcome, Mama Kimbo. No problem. Yeah, 12:39. I'll be on for like the next 20 minutes, and then it's so nice out, and I know it's going to get darker than I'm used to, so I want to go freaking carpe diem, people. Seize the day every day. Do some things you have to do, but always make room for what you want to do, because who knows what tomorrow will bring. I know that's probably in a song somewhere. Okay, notice that. What else do we have? Good stuff. Good stuff. Here did we go. I have ADHD and struggle bad, even with meds to organize. Okay, Mag, I love that you are you have ADHD, and if you have meds, there are strategies out there. I am not a coach that deals 100% with ADHD people, but I have it in my family, both diagnosed and medicated, and undiagnosed and unmedicated. So I've got it all there. What I want to offer is there are so many resources out there for ADHD and ADD to work with your brain. So I offer some tips that help both neurodivergent, neurospicy, neurotypical, all the neuros, but there are also other resources that are specific for that. So here's what I say, is I show up to give you the reminder that there's opportunities out there to get help with what you're stuck with, okay? There we go. Got up from the couch for the deck for some sunshine therapy. I love it. I got that in about 19 minutes, but who's counting? Okay, and I want to say I'm looking over here, and I see that a bunch of you have signed up for the mailing list. Awesome. Thank you very much. I look forward to sending you an email later today. Oh, I loved it. I'm exploring, says Rachel. I am wearing clothes from closet I haven't touched in years and weeding out the duds. I love it. Cape Cod Red, neurospicy is just another word that people use when they're ADHD or just, I think all of us, here's what I believe. Every single brain on the planet is different. So learn how your brain works, how it gets tripped up, how it gets inspired, when it runs out of steam. Pay attention to this machine that you happen to be inhabiting, and work with it, not against it. Okay, so KK is saying, Mom died, still have her stuff to put away, feel paralyzed to do that. I understand that, and that sucks, and a lot of us are. I'm Gen X, my mom is still alive, but my dad passed away. My in-laws passed away, and so yes, a lot of times we inherit stuff, or we inherit the responsibility of cleaning out houses and things like that. What I want to offer to you, KK, is a couple of things, and everybody. Notice that the stuff that tells you stories, notice where my hand is. It's at my heart. This is where the stories hang out. The things remind us of it, but the stories are up here and they make you feel a feeling. This is sentimental clutter. You've got surface, you've got stored, and you've got sentimental. Sentimental clutter makes you feel feelings, and sometimes you don't want to feel those feelings because they may be sad. So don't rush yourself. Now I've got Taylor Dane going through my head. Don't rush me. Don't rush yourself. Allow yourself a chance to heal. But when you feel like you're ready, go baby steps. Baby steps. Do a little bit at a time. If you feel paralyzed too, here's the fun thing. We talked earlier about the opposites. Unhelpful thought. What's the opposite? What's the opposite of paralyzed? It's moving around. So if you feel paralyzed, move around and then put your hand on something that's of your mom's and say, did I survive that? Yes. Can I make a decision about this? Just this one thing. That's all I have to do today. This one little thing. I can do it. You've kind of broken the spell, like freeze tag. Okay. Notice that. There we go. I love it. Amy L466 says, found a picture of my late mom's. She was an artist and took it in to get it framed. I love it. The things you want to keep in your house so your home looks and feels and functions like you want it to, keep that stuff. But you don't have to keep everything. And you don't have to keep anything, technically. Notice that. Okay. There we go. Oh, thank you. I totally missed this whole thing, but Mag is saying that Ms. Prentice says, I have tried body doubling. It definitely does help. I need to try timers so much. Yes, please use a timer on your phone. Even today, how about this? It's 12:44. I'm going to be here for the next 16 minutes. Set your timer. Actually, you could set your timer for 15 minutes. Go declutter while I'm chatting in the background. Or when I sign off, set your timer for 15 minutes. And then when it's a little bit quieter, because I'm not chittery chatter in here, go and declutter for 15 minutes. And when the timer goes off, Liz Lemon, high five, people. Tina Fey, thank you very much. Don't get some dopamine. Congratulate yourself on your wins. That was another thing too. So I usually, when it's earlier, I realize I should probably take a sip of water. Usually when I do these TikTok lives, they're at a variety of times of the day. I will later today do a video and post it on the top of the my page. So if you haven't followed my page, please follow it. Destination Decluttered. I'm Beth. Hey, Decluttering Life Coach. I'm usually drinking from a mug. I made a mug with a couple of inspirational sayings on it to remind me to do the things. And that was another thing I asked the people on the mailing list. My folks, I said, hey, what things have I said that inspire you? I might put it on a mug. So sign up for the mailing list and email me some of those things, and I'll take the top many, and I can offer some mugs if you want to buy some of those. Okay? But notice that I'm always asking what you want, Miracles of Money says, what time do you usually come on live on Sundays? I don't. This is a pop-up. I show up different times of the day, different days of the week, and I do pop-ups when I feel like it. This is how I roll, and you should endeavor to roll too. I like having a flexible schedule. I felt like showing up today at this time, and it worked for me. Next week I might. Next week I might not. Following week I might not. I will say this though. I always show up for the TikTok lives that I've scheduled. And I have scheduled some between now and Thanksgiving. I will say this, Thanksgiving week, you're not going to see a lot of me. I'm going to be busy chopping green beans and taking kids for tiki drinks and driving up to New England and seeing friends and seeing family and, all sorts of stuff like that. And I'm sure you're going to be busy that week too. I might do some pop-ups then, so I don't schedule myself. I like to keep my promises. I like to keep my promises to myself, and I like to keep my promises to you. So I do not overpromise and underprovide. I would rather say I'm not going to be there and surprise you with a pop-up than to say I'm going to be there and not. But later today, there will be a video that will tell you when I'm going to be here for the next 2 weeks. I will say this, if you were on the Destination Decluttered email mailing list, you were sent this information yesterday. And it's free mailing list. I'm just saying that, so you can get that, okay? So just notice that. I always show up for supper. I'm working on keeping promises to myself. So important. So important. You know what it is? Trust. Trust. Trust yourself. When you keep a promise to yourself, when you say, I'm going to do this, and you do it, you've got that little, almost like a spider web, a little filament of trust. And then you do something, you say, and there's another filament of trust. It's like relationships. I had a bad relationship in my 20s, and my trust in that person and people in general was non-existent. And it took a long time for me to get over that and learn to trust again, both myself and my gut and the things I did, but also other people. And I always think of this as almost like an invisible filament, almost like a cobweb. Not even a cobweb, it's like something nicer, like a spider web. Just a little bits. Every time you keep a promise to yourself or you keep a promise to somebody else, that builds your trust in yourself. And when you trust in yourself, you can say, what do I want? And you trust that what your co-pilot, what your gut says is what you want. Notice that. Oh, funny. That's what your therapist says too. Look at me. I'm all therapy-like. It's just true. And I say this because I am at the age of being around for decades. I have learned some stuff the hard way. I would love for you to not have to go through what I went and not have to learn these things like I did. And the thing is too, maybe you've learned some things and maybe you're on a different, part of the road than I am on this road trip called life. But if my knowledge and my wisdom can help you so you get through it easier, or just know that it won't last for forever, and there is help out there, and there is hope and help out there. So just notice that, okay? What else can I share with you? Let me think. I don't know. Anybody got any questions? Oops, just saw somebody sign up for the mailing list. It's very fun. What else can I say? Okay, you know what? Let me see this. Okay, here's a fun thing. And this is a bit like when I do consultations with people. Think of your life as a pie. I love pie. If you don't like pie, think of your life as a cake, a whole cake. And different parts of your life are the different slices. Think about how your clutter problem negatively affects different areas of your life. Maybe it makes you feel bad emotionally and your mood and your mental health. What percentage of your mental health slice of pie is negatively affected by your clutter? How is your slice of pie that is the money you spend, how is that affected by your clutter? Maybe you can't find stuff because it's all over the place, so you buy extras. Maybe you feel bad, so you go shop. Maybe you are paying for multiple storage units or even storage units at all. Notice that. Oh, funny. How funny, Virginia Friedman, that I said, any ideas how to clean out storage units? See? Notice how your notice how your clutter is costing you money. I say go in there, start with the easy stuff, and then start to ask yourself, what is this thing? Do I need it? If I want it, where does it go? If I don't want it, where does it go? Yeah, pie, says Pam, the dog lady. Totally Homer Simpson, What are some tips for organizing clothes that we hang in the closet? Like items together, all your shirts in one place, quality versus quantity. If you have multiples of things, do you need that many? If it's at a certain point, hanging stuff in a closet or in a storage unit is a math problem. I have a finite amount of space, and how much stuff can I easily fit in here? Okay. What stacks do you make to get rid of clothes? How about this? Stuff that doesn't fit me, stuff I don't like, stuff that doesn't do it for me anymore. That's the stack of clothes that I get rid of. Okay. Notice that. Oh, there we go. Miss Krenta says, typically the people who show up for Beth's Lives are great, so we're here to support you. I am so lucky to have you all showing up for me on my journey being this decluttering life coach. I have done this all my life. I have always been the go-to person in my family, in my friends, at work, to help create order out of chaos and create systems and make things that seem overwhelmed doable, and also in a supportive way, because I've managed teams and stores and things like that. But being a decluttering life coach, why, thank you. Being a decluttering life coach is fairly recent in my decades-long life, but I love what I do, and I know how overwhelming and scary it could be. But if you just breathe a little bit and know that there's support, that the universe sent me to you at this right time, it's such a cool thing. I was chatting with one of my one-on-one clients recently, and she said, you have no trolls. Everybody who shows up to your TikTok lives, it's always so nice. And I said, you know what? That's because I don't know what it is, but I think it's the vibe I give. And I just ignore trolls. You don't feed them, right? Okay, notice this. How do you go through stuff with somebody who says just throw it all away? Amy, you don't do it with them. If you don't want to throw it all away, you do it yourself, and you decide what you want to keep. And if they have stuff they want to throw away and it's not yours, have them throw away their own stuff. Okay? I literally, my husband, it's so funny. He's in his office doing a Patreon. He's a musician, so he's doing a live on his channel right now as I'm doing this, and then we both sign off in 8 minutes and we go out and play. But I can only ask him, what is this thing? Because I don't know half of this equipment he has, amps and recording gear and guitar stuff and all that kind of stuff. But so I know I can make decisions on my stuff. I can't make decisions on his stuff. But if it's something of his that gets in the way, I'm like, what is this? Do you want it? If you want it, where does it go? And where's a better place for it than in my way? Ooh, see, Mary said, clutter has me lose track of bills this year. Wasn't happy about the fees. Yes, in the pie of life, in the slice of pie of life that is how you spend your money, notice how a percentage of that piece of pie, if that piece of pie was on a plate, put it on a plate, Pop, put it on a plate. If that piece of pie was on a plate, Pedersen's pet pig named Porky loved pie. Okay, and he put that piece of plate on a pie. He put the piece of pie on a plate. And what percentage of that pie is gone because of, it took over your life and the clutter affected how much pie you had. Okay? So you can do something about it. The cool thing is, I'm notice this stuff. That's awareness. Notice this stuff, and then you can do something about it. If you don't examine your life, a life not examined, you can't change it. So turn around and look at the stuff and say, oh, look what happened last year. I spent that much amount of money on storage, on replacing items, on late fees, on new clothes because I couldn't find my other stuff. And say, I'm going to stop that. I'm going to do something different starting today. We still got 2 months left of this year. And I guess, it's so funny. I am so not salesy. I just want to help. I probably should tell you about my one-on-one coaching. I do one-on-one coaching. I coach on Zoom. I have clients from all over the country. It's really fun. I love it. I do 10 session packages. I used to call it a 10-week package, but it's really a 10-session package because that allows us to be human and say, for example, on for most of Thanksgiving week, I am not going to be coaching because I'm going to be busy. I bet you wouldn't want to be coaching that week too. But we work together as humans to find a space and a time that works together. And for 10 sessions or more. It always is a 10-session package. And I've had people love it and keep on just re-upping. And the cool thing is once you sign up as a client, you are, as long as you continue to re-up, you're always kind of, I like to say, grandmothered in at the rate that you started, even when my rates go up. And my rates, I will say this, my one-on-one coaching rates will go up on January 1st. So what I am charging now will seem like, I don't want to say seem like a bargain. It will be less, right now is less than what it's going to be in 2 months. I just give you that as information if you're thinking, I want to do this, but I don't know if price and time and all that. Even if you think I can't start coaching until January, get a consultation now. We talk, we put it on the books, we get you there, you pay for it now, and then you don't even have to start until January, but you've kind of got, last year's rates. Okay? So just notice that. Okay, Miracles and Money says, I have looked and do not see afternoon times for Los Angeles, California. Okay, totally noted. I get that. I am East Coast time. What I would say, Miracles and Money, is if you are on my mailing list, you are able to email me and we can work together to find a time that works. So if you are, I'm not sure if you are, you know what my email address is. If you're not, destinationdecluttered.com/join. Join the mailing list, get my email address, and then write me and say, hey, I'm in LA. I need some afternoon times. What can we do? I always give the best treatment to the people who are signed up for the Destination Decluttered mailing list. It's not like I treat anybody else poorly. No. Sci-Fi Nova is asking 1 per week. Yes, 1 per week, 1 hour on Zoom per week for pretty much as many weeks as you want, as long as it's a multiple of 10. Okay? I love it. Holographic Honey, it says, I've gotten a solid head start during this live and I feel better already. Words to my ears, because we don't do it just to look better. If you were doing it just to look better, you'd shove everything in the closet and be like, see, it's fine. We do it to feel better. And when you open up the closets, when you look at a closet and know that if you open it up, you can find your stuff, and it feels good to find it, and closing it, and you can put it away, all of those things work together. Okay? Preferential treatment. There you go. Yes. First dibs, I like to call it. Because that's, I don't know, I get dibs on that. That's how my brain works, okay? So I'm going to sign off in about 3 minutes. So I want to give you some tips and tricks so that you can go out into the world and look at your clutter differently than you did maybe even just a few minutes ago until you saw my live. Look around your house. Notice the things that you love that light up the green light in your heart. Notice the things that don't do it, that immediately are like a red light, trash, stuff you want to throw away. I mean, your body gets rid of stuff every day that it doesn't want. That's the red light. Notice the stuff that lights you up. Notice the stuff that bums you out. You can deal with both of those. What coaching helps you with? What I endeavor to help you with is the stuff that's like the yellow light in the middle. Like if you were in traffic and the yellow light hit, should I stay or should I go? Should I speed up or should I slow down? Do I want to keep this or not? I'm not sure. And usually that kind of back and forth is caused by a disconnect between your nervous system, your kind of, I call it like your backseat drivers and your co-pilot. I help you through that so that you have tools to use to make it easier for you to make decisions that align with you. And I do that on coaching. I do these TikTok lives. I will have one tomorrow, I will say. So tomorrow I've got one, 5 in the afternoon, Eastern time. Isn't that interesting? So if you're on the West Coast, maybe that'll help you. I will do a video later today and post it so you know when I'm going to be doing these for the next many days. And you can put it in your calendar and show up. What you write down, what you calendar, you get done. Okay? And notice this, all right? I'm going to sign off now because it's a beautiful day and I'm going to go out and play. I hope you do that too. I will see you tomorrow. You got this. You can do it. Drive your life towards your destination decluttered, all right? And I'll meet you there, all right?